All right, so you're looking to master MERN web development in 2025. I get it. It's a huge goal, especially when the tech landscape feels like it's shifting under our feet every single day. But what if there was a clear path through all that chaos? Well, today, we're digging into a roadmap that promises to do exactly that.
Now, this isn't just some casual guide. The roadmap we're exploring makes a really bold promise to help you become a full-stack lord. I mean, that's a huge claim, right? It suggests total, absolute mastery over a seriously complex and powerful stack of technologies. And look, that immediately brings up the big question that I know is on a lot of your minds. With new tools, new frameworks, and AI stuff popping up constantly, is it even realistic to think you can stay on top of it all? That feeling of being totally overwhelmed? It's very real.
And hey, if you feel that way, you are definitely not alone. This quote, it was pulled straight from a developer community discussion, and it just perfectly captures this feeling that I see everywhere. That sense that the mountain is just way too high to even start climbing.
Okay, so let's gear up for this full-stack quest. We're going to treat this roadmap like our mission briefing. Let's map out the terrain, check out the tools, and figure out what it takes to get through this journey.
And wow, what a journey it is. The 2025 stack isn't just a simple front-end and back-end anymore. No way. It's a full-on fusion of cutting-edge tech. We're talking Next.js with TypeScript for apps that are both powerful and safe. The classic MERN stack for a super flexible, all JavaScript backend. Then you layer on AI integration for smart features. Throw in some mind-blowing 3D with Spline, and top it all off with data analytics to actually know what's going on.
Yeah, seeing a stack like that all laid out, it can definitely bring on that feeling we just talked about, hitting that wall of complexity. So let's just tackle it head on. Why does learning all this stuff feel so incredibly daunting for so many of us?
The phrase that I kept seeing over and over in these discussions is sensory overload. And it's perfect, isn't it? It's what happens when you're trying to learn React, Next.js, and then new concepts like server components, state management, and like a dozen other things all at the same time. So yeah, if you're feeling frustrated, you have every right to be.
So, how in the world do you actually tackle all this? Well, the key is to stop just reacting to every new thing that comes out, and instead get disciplined, get structured. This roadmap is designed to be your map to navigate through all that chaos. You know the old saying, right? You don't eat an elephant in one bite. You break it down. First, you get your foundations rock solid. Then, you layer on TypeScript for safety. Then you go deep on Next.js. After that, you bring in the AI magic, build a solid backend to support it all, and finally, you learn how to actually ship it to the world. See, each step builds right on top of the last. All right, let's talk about the gear, the upgraded toolkit that makes this journey not just possible, but way, way faster. We're starting with the latest and greatest in Next.js. And this isn't just a small update, it's a massive upgrade to your development arsenal. One of the biggest shifts is how we think about caching. It used to be that Next.js tried to be a mind reader, caching things for you automatically. But now, they're handing the keys back to you. It's an opt-in system, so you have explicit, total control over what gets cached and when. And that means way more predictable performance.
And speaking of faster, holy cow, the performance gains are just huge. Turbopack, which is this new super fast bundler written in Rust, is now the default. What that means for you is that production builds can be 2, 3, even 5 times faster, right out of the box. That's less time staring at a loading screen and more time actually building.
Okay, next up in our upgraded toolkit is something that's really changing how people think about UI components, Shadcn UI. And it's really important to know that it's probably not what you think it is. And this is the absolute game changer. Shadcn is not a library you install from NPM. It's not another dependency. Think of it more like a recipe book. You use a simple command to copy the actual source code for a button or a form right into your project. You own it. You can change it. It's not some mysterious black box.
And this table just lays it all out crystal clear. With libraries like Material UI or Chakra, you get convenience, sure, but you also add to your app's size and you're stuck with whatever their API lets you do. With Shadcn, 0 extra bundle size, and you have complete control. The trade-off is that you're not responsible for that code.
Okay, we've got our map, we've got our tools, but all the theory in the world won't get you across the finish line. There's one single piece of advice that every experienced developer agrees on, and it's all about where the real learning actually happens. This says everything. You can read about a concept, you can watch a video on it, but you don't truly get it until you've wrestled with it in a real project. That knowledge only becomes yours when you apply it, when you break it, and then when you figure out how to fix it.
And this is where the roadmap gets really practical. It lays out a 12-week intensive bootcamp focused entirely on building your portfolio. You start simple with a blog, then you level up to e-commerce, then you build a seriously useful AI chatbot, add some design flair with a 3D page, and then you learn how to deploy it all. This is exactly how you turn theory into real-world skill.
So you finish those 12 weeks, you've built all this cool stuff, you're done, right? Well, not exactly. Completing the roadmap isn't about crossing a finish line. It's about graduating to the next level of your career where it's all about continuous, lifelong learning.
This is where you go from being a capable developer to a true professional. It means getting those industry-recognized certifications, diving deeper into how your AI apps are actually working with tools like Langsmith, and really mastering the database side of things. It's all about professionalizing your entire skill set.
So when you boil it all down, if there's one single thing you take away from all of this, it has to be this. The list of tools will always change. Frameworks will come and go. But the mindset, the ability to break down complexity, to follow a structured plan, and to learn by building real things, that is the skill that will serve you for your entire career.
So there you have it. The map is laid out, the tools are more powerful than they have ever been, and the community has shared its wisdom. The only question left is the one that only you can answer. What are you going to build?